I thought I'd try going live on the phone using a new vertical living, because most people watch on their phones these days anyway, don't they? So yeah, I thought I'd just give it a bash and see what it's like. And there's a reason I'm going live as well, because as you may or may not know, I just got a new phone, and I just done a beer review on my new phone, and I think it was in slow motion or something. So I went to watch it back to see if I'd made a mistake. I was quite happy with the beer review as well. I just reviewed that West Side Glory, new West Coast IPA in Asda, and I filmed it in slow motion. It's got no sound, and there seems to be nothing I can do to take it back to like a normal beer review. So that means there'll be no beer review tomorrow because I just can't be asked to do another one right now. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's just one of them things, isn't it? Right, let me have a little mess about with these settings because highlight your channel. I need to figure out how to get the comments on. Well, cancel. What am I doing? What am I doing? Start poll? No. That's fine. Just want to get the comments on. At least 1 minute of video is needed to start a highlight. No, I don't want to start a highlight. Don't know, maybe nobody's commented yet. Maybe that's why. I've got someone in there. Let's crack. I'll finish this off. The one that I messed up on reviewing. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to make a habit of doing these vertical lives. I just thought I'd see how it goes, really. I couldn't be bothered to set up my laptop and all that. I just put the phone on and go. You know what I mean? Nice and easy. I can't see enough of what's going on. It's just pure breast, isn't it? That's the problem with these vertical lives. Who we got in anyway? Say hello in the comments because I'm trying to figure out how they work. So I need somebody to comment to see if I can actually see that comment. But then how will I know if somebody's commented? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I can't see any comments at the minute anyway, so I'm guessing there's something I've got to push to get the comments up on the screen. But I don't know what. Let's pour a quick Dutch brewed Heineken. It's definitely a lot quicker though, just setting up on these vertical streams. Oh, here we go. It's little old me. It's me mum. You alright, mum? Yeah, I'm just trying out doing a live on the phone with like the horizontal view, just seeing how it goes really. Because I just had a bit of a disaster. I've got a new phone, and I just recorded a beer review that I was very happy with. And it turns out I had the phone recording in slow motion. And it's got no sound either. And I don't think there's any way that I know of to like convert it back to real time where you can hear the sound and that. So I just sat there for 15 minutes for absolutely no reason reviewing a beer. So I've got no film to put up, video to put up tomorrow. So I thought I'd just go live quickly instead and test out this new way of doing it. See if people like it or not. I don't personally like it so far. I feel like you can't see enough of what's going on. But, it is very easy and very quick to do. And say if I was on holiday or something like that, it could work. Do you know what I mean? As a makeshift sort of thing. Save me taking a laptop. Plus the new phone I've got has got unlimited data, so I don't have to worry if I'm out. I watched it was okay. Yeah, not that one. That's the one that today's review I done on the new phone. Sorry, yeah, the one I posted today was fine because I didn't accidentally put it in slow mo. But today I must have accidentally pushed the wrong button and recorded a whole video in slow motion. And you can't even hear me talking. You just see me going like. But without the sound. If it had the sound, I might just post it just for the fun of it. But right, the comments are very small, but I can see them. Well, hello, mate. Literally just got home from work. How you doing, Ronald? How you doing, Mr. Ronald? Hope you're good, mate. Good to see you. Rex says, hello, beer monster. What do you think about the Mexican beer? About the Mexican beer, and if you have any Mexican beer that you prefer. Mexican beer that I've tried tends to be just lagers, really, most of them, and they're kind of not the most flavoursome, but they're quite refreshing. There was one, what was it called? Dos Equis, I think it was called. Didn't really taste like anything for me. Some people really like it. Of course, you got the Corona, but the problem is the Corona we get over here is not the same stuff they drink in Mexico. It's probably a lot better in Mexico. The stuff we get over here is brewed in the UK, and it's weaker than the one in Mexico. And much like our Bud, which a lot of people take the piss out of Bud because it's crap over here. And we always say, well, how can the Americans drink that? Because the Bud they get in America is stronger and probably a lot nicer. Even their Bud Light in America is like the strength of our original Bud. So it gives you an idea. You know what I mean? XX lager, yeah. I'm good, mate. Cheers. I'm training this Polish guy at work today. He brought me a couple of Polish beers, so I'm going to drink them now. What Polish beers does he get you, Ronald? I've tried quite a lot of Polish beers, actually. Probably at least 30. Emotional lover boy. Hello, sexy man. Well, thank you. Is it the man resticles? Beer drinker. Tribute ale for the first one for me. I've moved back to bottled traditional ales now over hazy IPAs like Vocation and Northern Monk. Saves the pennies and still getting quality beers. Yeah, I mean, I'll go through stages, beer drinker, like where I'll just bang on the lagers and then I go for a stage where I'm into the ales. I like to mix it up a bit instead of just drinking the same thing all the time. Mix it up a bit. I do go through stages. I'll go for a stage where, like, for a month solid, I'll only be drinking stout, particularly in the winter. And as it heats up, I tend to go towards more the lagers and things like that. Oh, and another thing I've got to tell you is some exciting news for the channel, or for me. I suppose it's kind of exciting to the channel if you've got one, and if you ain't, it's probably not that exciting. I've ordered a perfect draft home beer machine that I paid for with the money I've made from adverts and donations from you kind guys that have supported the channel. Whenever an ad pops up and all that, I've been saving up the pennies over the months. You don't make much. And it took about 3 months, and it gave me enough money. Well, it gave me £100. Sorry, 130 quid. I've got a second-hand perfect draft machine coming with 2 kegs, and what a price that is! 120 quid for a perfect draft and a keg of Stella, but 5% Stella, not the crap we get in the supermarkets. It's a different Stella, and Beck's, but not the 4% Beck's, not the one you get in Asda and all that. The proper German brew Beck's. So yeah, I'm really excited to try better versions of, the beer the ways they should be. I don't think the Stella is the proper Belgian version, but it's at least a previous better version that we used to get over here. So yeah, I'm excited to try some stuff on the perfect draft. It's not going to be an everyday thing because the kegs are expensive, but I'll try and do them every now and again just to mix it up a bit, Tribute out. I smoke bud. I don't know. I used to when I was younger. It's just too strong for me now. I end up getting all paranoid and thinking I'm going to die. It's not enjoyable. When I was younger and it used to be the solid stuff that you sprinkle and burn, it used to just chill me out. And with my anxiety, it actually helped me a lot. Oh, oops. The power bank's gone walkies. Give me a sec. Oh, God. I'm going to have to put my charger in the bottom of my phone because I didn't think it through, but my phone's low on battery, but the charger for my phone is the same one that I've been using to charge my power bank. So I've kind of got to pick between good lighting. Mind you, there's a little bit of power on it now. What's that? Some technical issues, a little bit better. I'll send you a pic on Messenger. Yeah, all right, mate. I won't be able to check it yet because I'm streaming, but let me guess. Being Polish beers, have got quite funky names, and that's why you probably can't remember them. But it would surprise me if I haven't tried them. I've tried a lot of Polish beer. It's beer got a clock. That's a new one. What's going on, Michael? Michael, good to have you in, bud. Yeah, as I say, we're doing a phone one of a what do they call it? Vertical, isn't it? Or is it horizontal when it's like long ways? Yeah, but I figured most people would probably watch on the phone. Maybe some people might even prefer it like this. I don't know. The world's changing, isn't it? And look, people are not tending to watch YouTube on the TV when they've got their phone just to hand, and laptops and stuff like that. Your phone's just always there, isn't it? Most of the time. I mean, I looked at the analytics repast my channel, and I think like 70% of people watch on their phone. So for the people that are watching on a big TV, I'm going to look like take up a tiny bit of the screen. And it's going to be black each side. So I apologise to you guys, but you can't keep everyone happy. And I just couldn't bother to set up my laptop, and I messed up my beer review. So I thought at least it's a bit of content for people to watch tomorrow or tonight if you're watching live. There's some people watch it on the catch up. You like red wine? I quite like red wine. I tried one the other day actually. It was like when you get in a three for £6 deal, and you can't really think of the last beer. And I see a wine, one of the little bottles, and I thought let's give that a go. And I actually really enjoyed it. I forget what it's bloody called, but it was nice. um, Currently drinking Perla wheat beer, lovely. Perla. They do a few actually. They do a Perla Mia Dawa. They do a Perla Export. But I'm not sure. I don't think I've tried the Perla wheat beer, but I'd very much like to. Ronald, is that one of the ones your mate gave you? Perla wheat beer. I've not seen that in my look. I've got like a Polish shop near me that does a quite a big selection of Polish beers, but I've not seen any wheat. Or have I? I have seen some wheat beers in there, but they've actually been Lithuanian, not Polish for some reason. Well, I could be wrong, and I might have even reviewed it on the channel. You tend to forget after a while. £100, yeah. £100 for a perfect draft. Well, it's over that. 120 something for a second-hand perfect draft machine and two kegs. I couldn't help it at that price. I couldn't help myself. Because all the money that I make from the channel goes back into the channel. In the past, I've used it for buying better beers and stuff like that. You don't make much, only about £30 a month, unless you've had a couple of generous donations that month to top it up a bit. From the adverts themselves, you make about £30 a month, or I do. Anyway, obviously everybody's different. It depends how big the channel is. But yeah, I do save it up and put it back into the channel, whether it's like better equipment. The phone, obviously, that you lot didn't pay for that. I bought that myself. And it's really annoying because I've still got my old phone that's broke under contract for another year and a half. And I've had to get another contract out because I couldn't afford to splash out the money on a new phone. So now I've got two contracts and only one phone that works. And I could get it repaired. It is the one that broke's an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Nothing wrong with it apart from one of the cameras is smashed, the lens. It's my drink night. So bosh, we can drink together tonight. Nice one, Michael. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. Obviously, Friday's the main thing. I just felt like I'll come and have a little chat, and just I thought I'd try something new. New phone. Let's try a new way of streaming, see what it's like. I mean, there's things I could do. I could put the phone further back. You'd see a bit more from me, but then I'd struggle to see the comments. So yeah, it's all just figuring it out. There's filters and all sorts you can add. Oh yeah. That mutes the microphone. We don't want that one. Highlight save to your channel. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. What's this? Ugh. Blush. I don't like filters. Oh god. Babbish. It's made of babbish. Dance party. What's going on? Glamour. I thought he was gonna put makeup on me or something. Oh, it looks so old fashioned. Documentary. It's Beer Monster o'clock. Yeah, I don't know about that. Sketch. Why would you want to stream like this? Like, seriously. You just look at it and go, oh, it's mental, and you're never going to use it, are you? Um, let's go back to normal, I think. And that'll probably be the last time I ever mess about with them. Mr. Ronald says, yes, mate. Got me 4 different ones. I've not seen any of them, mate. Pearl of wheat beer, and it's pretty good. Wheat beer seems to be quite a consistent style, I find. Very rare you get a really bad one. Check out some Verdant beer, top. It says Bassetti. I would like to one day, maybe further on in the channel sort of process, but they're quite expensive. It's just a bit of a money issue, really. I'm honest with you. Yeah, and to be honest with you, expensive, and most people are not interested because most people don't drink expensive craft beer, do they? So you pay more money and you're making less money back because you don't get in the views and stuff. So, you know, but if I ever buy some for myself because I fancy them, I'll review it. But I won't pick up especially for the channel. But, there probably will become a time where I want to try them myself. I'm just not quite there yet. I'm drinking Saturday because why? Well, mate, you've not seen, oh. Eric Ramikason, High Bay Monster, on the Spider is Baltas again. Maybe change your phone to landscape next time. Yeah, I could have done. The idea was I'll just see what it's like. I can do it to landscape, and I probably would be able to stream fine like that. But I just wanted to just try it like this. I don't particularly like it. Give me some honest feedback, guys. Would you rather it be landscape next time? I think I would. I just wanted to try this out because a lot of people watch on their phones these days, don't they? But the people that don't, it's going to be really annoying. That's the problem. So perhaps doing it on the phone, but landscape, I don't know. Or just do it on the laptop like I normally do. I don't know. As I say, it's a midweek, unplanned, unexpected stream. So I just thought let's try something different. I've not been doing the live streams long. I don't really know how it all works. My mate, not you. I usually watch on my laptop, Adam, but on the phone now, and I quite like this setup. Similar to Facebook Live, easy to comment. Yeah, it is similar to Facebook Live actually. So I don't think it's something I wouldn't do all the time. It's just an experiment. Because also, I'm not going to lie, it recommended me when I was setting up the live, because it's the first time I set one up on a phone. I had no idea what I was doing. YouTube recommended to do it this way and not landscape. And the reason it said because it will put it on the shorts playlist or something. The shorts feed, when people flick through on the shorts, you could appear on that. So it could introduce new people to the channel. So it's a bit of an experiment. If I see some people I've never seen before, which I've already seen a couple, perhaps it does introduce new people to your channel. So it could be a beneficial for the channel. Because you know what YouTube is like. They don't like recommending channels that do naughty things like drink beer and smoke and stuff like that. Landscape, I've never liked vertical vids or anything. Just my personal opinion. No, thanks for the feedback. I just want honest opinion. And I'm thinking landscape. I just thought I'd try this and say YouTube recommended it. If all of a sudden we got loads of new people in because we were streaming this way, then perhaps every now and again I would do it this way to try and get some new viewers. But obviously, predominantly, I'd do it how I normally do it. Michael slogan, I'm not drinking Friday because my mate's coming over. See Saturday. I've not seen him for 5 years. So I'm drinking Saturday instead. But I'll still watch your live as normal. Last one, mate. It's good that you can take breaks and that. Very disciplined. Ali D, I'm guessing YouTube is a Chelsea fan as they've deleted the comment about my demolishing of Chelsea. They probably are, mate. Whatever helps you in the channel, mate. Always good to try different things. Yeah. That's it. I mean, I'm not a fan of it. I feel like you can't see enough going on. It's like when I'm a big guy as well. I feel like I have to think like that. I feel like a bit of a hamster. Yeah, it's not for me. I'd only ever do it again if I start seeing some new people in, because obviously you want to grow the channel and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's not for me. It's quite hard to see your comments as well. Although I could use my brain and put my glasses on, but that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, I was gutted about that beer review that I'd done in slow motion by accident, though, because it kind of was a really fitting one to do for tomorrow. It's this one. It's a Thornbridge West Coast IPA, but it's a the word's gone. Calibration. They joined up with Stone Brewing, who reviewed the beer. The beer I reviewed today, or that you see on the channel today if you watched it, by the Stone Brewery based in America. Teamed up with Thornbridge and also brewed this West Coast IPA, which I reviewed, but I done it for nothing because, technical issues with the new phone and that. But it was nice, but I'll say it here, it wasn't as good as the one from Stone Brewing for me. It's less bitter. It's still nice. It's still a nice beer. Quite sort of slightly more fruity, but less bitter. But overall, a good beer. Like I think on the review that you'll never see, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. But the one I reviewed today was a belter. I gave it 9.3 out of 10. There's levels to the game. That was a nice beer though, and I would recommend it still. What phone did you get? I'm enjoying the buzzing in your review the other day. Oh, don't. I did have an iPhone 13 Pro Max. And what happens with me is if the phone lasts until my contract runs out, I'll stick with the company. And if the phone breaks, even if it's my fault, I'll boycott them and I'll go with someone else. So yeah, I was with iPhone for quite a while because their phones were lasting. This one didn't. So I boycotted them and I thought I'd try a Google phone. I've never had a Google phone. I did a bit of research and a lot of people said they're not as fast as iPhones and maybe the Samsungs, which don't really bother me because I don't use it to play games. If you're using it to play games, it's probably not the phone for you. But it's supposed to have the best cameras and the best video cameras. So it was natural for me to go for this. I'm only using the front camera at the minute. But it's got some cool little things on it. Like if you take a picture and some arsehole photobombs you, you can literally draw a circle around them and they just disappear out of the picture. It's got some new AI features on it or something, which I've been having fun messing about with, to be honest with you. Right, bro, what you drinking on a weeknight? Bush. Collaboration, that's the one. I'm drinking Heineken, Dutch brewed Heineken. I've just had that. I messed up on the review of that. We'll have a couple of Heinekens. And I do have a couple of Weinbecker Pilsners in the fridge as well. Left over from last live, I think. But at the minute, I'm drinking quite a lot of Heineken because it's a Dutch brewed one. It's on offer in my Tesco's, which is around the corner. You can get 6 cans of it. They're small cans, 330ml for a £5. But it's a proper Dutch brewed Heineken, and it's better than drinking arsehole Moretti or Stella or anything like that. I've been sober for a few days. Can't afford to drink every day because of my mental health issues. Yeah, it's good. It's good what you're doing, Michael. Always make sure you take them days off, mate. Otherwise, you can soon get in the habit of not taking days off, like I have. My days off are a really hard thing to do now. So you've got to make sure you stay disciplined and keep taking them days off, because you don't want never taking a day off to become the norm. Because once it does, it then becomes a difficult cycle to break, I've got an iPhone 10 XS Max. Had it since 2019. Still works absolutely fine. Yeah, I found the iPhones to be quite durable. Um, I, this compared to the 13 Pro Max I had, the camera's better and the video camera's better. It's exactly what I was expecting, but I have noticed it's perhaps slightly slower. But I was playing a silly game called Coin Master earlier on my phone, which I played on my iPhone. And it loaded a bit quicker on your iPhone and that, you know. Um, so yeah, but as far as the camera goes, this one's been really good, especially if you use the front camera and you're outside in natural light and that. Um, oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I've been getting quite ill again this week. Um, I was recovering, but I'm starting to get that bad cough again, almost passing out and stuff. And I think I know why. I think what made me better last time was the steroids. When they gave me loads of steroid tablets, it cleared me out. And it's been 6 weeks since I had them now, so they wear off. That's why slowly each day, the last sort of week or two, it's been creeping back up this cough. But tomorrow I should be having my asthma pump come. It's taken longer than expected, but it's a steroid asthma pump. Hopefully that'll do the same job the tablets did. I need that to come tomorrow because I'm getting bleeding ill. Great Saturday with that girl on that date. Oh yeah, you went on a date, didn't you, Jamie? How'd it go, mate? Just I just use a dumb phone and that's WhatsApp and basic internet enough for me. See kids and older gens addicted to phones. Yeah, I know what you mean. To be honest with you, after a certain sort of limit, like once you spend sort of maybe 200 quid on a phone, you don't notice that much more benefit after that. I think. If you buy a really cheap phone, they're really sluggish. And as long as you spend a decent amount, unless you need it for a specific reason, like me, obviously it saves me buying a camera if I buy a phone with a good camera. And that's the only reason I bought like the top of the range Google ones. They're Pixel 8 Pros, they're the newest one. But it was still cheaper than an iPhone, actually. And it's got the cameras that I wanted, but it's not as. I think I've got to get used to it still. I've got to get used to it. Ali D not telling. Did you wear your mankini? Laptop I upgrade every year or two. Don't care about phones really. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I use my phone a lot more than my laptop. But again, it's answering the comments and it's doing the editing and stuff like that. I could do all that on my laptop. I don't know why I bother doing it on my phone. It's just the phone's there, isn't it? And now I've got the unlimited data. I think that's the main thing. Where I went for a slightly cheaper phone, than like getting like the latest iPhone, say, I was able to get unlimited data, and O2 had an offer on where it actually worked out cheaper for me to get unlimited data than say something like 10 gig a month because they just had a special deal on unlimited data packs. So I was like, yeah, I'll grab that. Good thing about it is just say we're out in the car with the kids. Instead of buying them all data for their phones, I can create a wireless hot point with my phone, and they can all connect to it. So that saves me buying data for the younger kids that are always going to be with us anyway. You know what I mean? Saturday we have drinks and gone to football. Then we go back out for more drinks until 4 a.m. Nice one. I'm glad it went well for you, Jamie. Are you going to be seeing her again, mate? Meeting up again Saturday. Well, that's how you know it went well. Because if she wants to meet you again, she must like you, or at least think there's potential there in you, Jamie. Yeah, I hope it goes well on Saturday, mate. You have to let us know. AD, smartphones are like heroin for kids. They go mental if you try and take them away. I've seen it with my nieces and nephews. It gets you. It got me. First thing I did was change to dumb phone. Yeah, I did get lucky. Go on, Jamie. I was going to ask, but I think my mum's watching. I was going to say, Jamie, did you get your nuts wet? Great stuff, mate. Glad for you. On Tuesday, hi, boys. Yeah, on Tuesday, Jennifer, it was a heat in the moment thing. It was a me getting stressed out because I reviewed a beer and I realised I reviewed it in slow motion with no sound. So that means there's no content tomorrow. So I thought I'd just go live for a little while, have a little chat. At least there's something there for people to watch now live, or people that aren't watching live that feel like watching it tomorrow can watch it, can't they? But I really wanted to put something up tomorrow. Never mind. These things happen. It's going to be a bit of adjustment phase to get used to the new phone, what the best settings are, and all that. But sometimes the best settings aren't the best settings because, like, for example, the camera can do like 50 megapixels, but if you record your review in 50 megapixels, it takes 10 times longer to bleed and upload the video. And really, doing a beer review, are you going to notice the difference between doing it at 10 and 50? You're not. You're not. You're really not. If you're doing like specialist stuff outside and that, where you're talking over long distances and things like that, and people are going to watch it on their big fancy TVs, yeah. How you doing, Jennifer? It's cleaner on a school night, lol. Yeah, Jennifer, are you watching on a phone, Jennifer? If you're watching it on a TV and I look really weird, it's because I'm zooming. I'm doing a live from the phone in a vertical mode, no horizontal mode. Oh, I always get mixed up between them two. What's the matter with me? I said this a minute ago. One where it's that way. Just experimenting. Just experimenting. We keep texting each other every day, and I see her at work. Oh, she works at the same place as you as well. That's the result. So you didn't use like a dating site, and I think that's the how people do it these days, isn't it? And AD, I know what you mean about the technology, what you were saying a minute ago. Kids do get so obsessed with it, and I wouldn't say all mine are, but there's some of them. It's like you have to make a point of saying, right, you're not going on that for a few days because it brings out the worst in them actually. And I think as a parent, it's so easy just to say, here you go, sit on your PlayStation all night because then you can do what you want. But actually, long term, I don't think it's good for your kid. Um, you've got to sort of limit it, I think. Otherwise, they will quite happily sit there like a zombie all night playing a game. And then when they're not on that game, they'll be moody little assholes. And that's the problem. Because they're just all they want to do when they're off that game is be back on that game, and all they can think about is their game or their phone or whatever it may be, tablet. And that's what happens if you let them get so addicted to it. They get aggressive and they literally cannot live without their gadget. And that's one of the things I liked about the holiday we just come back from. I thought it was a negative thing when I first got there, especially where I do YouTube and that. Couldn't get no data. Couldn't get no. I had data on my phone, but I couldn't get no reception in the chalet, which meant no internet. And I was like, oh god, this is a bit of a ball ache. But then, like, there was loads of DVDs there, ball games and all that. You soon adapt, and like we can remember a time before internet, and you talk more and stuff like that. And I really like that actually about the holiday. If you really needed internet, you could just walk to the clubhouse and it was there, which we would go to of an evening. So it was like during the day, it was like we was going out doing things, swimming and all that, and of an evening the Wi-Fi was there if the kids wanted it. If they didn't like whatever show was on, they'd be happy just to finally be able to play their games or whatever on their phone. Um, you should have just said at the start of the slow motion video, if you to change the speed setting. Yeah, but there's no sound, LED. I don't know why there's no sound on it. It's just me going. You can see what I'm saying, but it's really slow and there's no sound. Portrait, that's the one. Portrait, no, portrait is like a it's a horizontal and vertical, isn't it? Horizontal, is that the long one? And vertical is the big box, little box, cardboard. I've noticed the quality difference between a shit iPhone compared to the standard Android. We'll come to the better side, Adam, I'm glad. Sorry, I'm talking down the mic and my phone says the wrong things. No worries, mate. To be fair, I used to hate iPhone. I got used to it. I quite liked it. And there's one thing I always hated about iPhones, and that was that you couldn't put memory cards in them. And I got this phone. Guess what? You can't put a bloody memory card in it because they've gone. iPhone can do it. Mug people off, make them charge extra. They want a high capacity phone and not allow them to put memory cards in it. They'll do that. A bit like the beer game, isn't it? Similarities there with lowering the ABVs and that, you know. The Google for iPhone's model makes you more money. Because obviously I've had to go for the highest storage option because 128 gig ain't gonna cut it when you're making videos in 4K. So I needed to get the highest version they do, which of course means more money to pay each month, sadly. But it is what it is. But you know, for me, I just wanted a phone with a good camera, still cheaper than an iPhone. And you know, I've got young kids, I do YouTube. I just wanted the phone with the best camera, so I don't actually have to go out and buy a camera, you know. I mean, people, you don't really see many people on the video cameras or like digital cameras anymore, do you? It's not really a thing. There's a book called The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt, or whatever that is. It's a great read and quite scary of what the future holds. A generation that wouldn't know how to communicate with each other. Landscape equals horizontal, portrait equals vertical. Ah, you've told me that. I'll forget in 5 minutes, but thank you anyway. That's just, my memory's so bad. Where I've had this cough come back again, it's creeping in. It's creeping back as the steroids are wearing off. I've not been able to wear my mask for my sleep apnea for a couple of weeks now, and it just absolutely does me in. I wake up in the morning and it's like I've not slept because I'm waking up 30 times an hour and not breathing. I don't even realise I'm doing it, but that's what happens in my sleep. So it's not sleep. You never go into a deep sleep. So I wake up in the morning and I'm like falling asleep, and the missus is like, "Stop falling asleep." I can't help it. I'm just like, I have to get up and do something. If I'm just sat on the sofa or anything, if I go in the car any time of day, if it's more than sort of a 20-minute journey, I'm a kid. I've got to be walking about and doing stuff, otherwise I just feel like I need to sleep. Jennifer Cross. We are get to the point where no one owns anything. Wonders if you rent beer. Oh, don't. I mean, it really pissed me off with that iPhone because I've still got the contract for a year and a half. I still haven't paid for the phone and it's broke. So I've had to get another contract out, which I couldn't really afford. But it's a case of I had to do it, you know. It didn't work out very good timing either because if you've just joined, I've bought a perfect draft the other day. It's not came yet, but I did get a really good deal on it. And I got 2 kegs coming with it, and it cost me like 120 something quid. It's a pre-owned one, but do I care? Not really, as long as it works. I might not even like the thing. And if I don't like it, I can drink the kegs and then probably sell the machine for about 80 quid or something, you know. So it's a kind of a win-win thing, really. Plus, it's extra content in it. Some people have got perfect drafts. I think perfect draft videos do quite well because, let's face it, the kegs are not cheap. And if ever you're going to watch a review, it's going to be because you're buying, was it 10 litres what they hold or something like that? You don't want to buy 10 litres of beer without getting a few opinions on it first. So I think a lot of Perfect Draft users probably want to know what people think of the beer. And they're going to watch multiple people's opinions because it's a lot of money to fork out and then pour your first beer and go, that tastes like shit. And you got 10 litres of the stuff. Oh, it's not the Pro one, if that's what you mean, LED. It's not got a temperature control on it, which would have been nice, to be fair. But it also would have cost me 4 times as much money. What I actually got, the deal was, I got a Perfect Draft, refurbished Perfect Draft with a keg of 5% Stella. So it's not the stuff that you get in the shops. It's a better version of Stella for 99 quid. And then, as I was about to check out, I thought, let's have a little look, see what other kegs there are. Because I've been told always look out for offers, because they have a lot of offers. And it really does bring the price down a lot. And I stumbled across Beck's, and I thought, I don't want that crap. Beck's is on offer now. But then, obviously, Beck's used to be a great beer. Having read the sort of, clicked on it and read the writing, it's the German brewed Beck's. It's the proper Beck's. The Beck's that used to be one of my favourite lagers. So I was like, yes, please. 22 quid for a keg of Beck's instead of like about 38 quid or something because it's only got a month left on the date. But I'm friends with other people that have got Perfect Drafts and they've said like literally you can drink these kegs 6 months out of date and they're fresh as anything. So it's really not a worry, but obviously they reduced the price because of it and makes it more affordable for people like me. I'm not going to complain. Think it's 6 litres a keg, mate. Yeah, I might have overdone it a bit with the 10 litres. I don't know what it is. I think I might have been thinking 10 pints, maybe. Maybe I think it's 10 point something pints, or is it 12 point something pints? I don't know. Oh, it's litres 10.5. Yeah, I was thinking pints, yeah. But yeah, they do reduce some of them quite a lot. I mean, I don't like alcohol free beer, and obviously, not a lot of people do like alcohol free beer because there's a Corona Zero on there, and they're selling it for something like 14 quid a keg. I think it was less than that. It worked out because they tell you how much it works out a pint. It worked out 78p a pint for a Corona Zero. I was tempted to help me be a good boy, and I may even pick one up. At that price, 78p a pint, and it's going to help me cut down a bit. And Paul from Rank My Beer says it's actually decent. And when he was doing Dry January, he said that was like one of the best like ones that he tried because he tried loads of different alcohol-free beers. He lasted a whopping 4 days, I think, of Dry January. So by January the 4th, he was back on the beer. But he did say that the Corona Zero was I think he said it was the best one he tried. So I used to love Beck's on the draft. 49p pound. 49p a half when I was 18. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to have that old Beck's on tap right next to me. I'll review it, of course, and the rest will be for leisure. But I'll try and think of things I can do. Like, I could just review the Beck's. I've got to try and get me money's worth out of these kegs. And I'm not going to make money on the reviews and that because they're expensive. So a lot of it is for leisure. But, say for example, I get Beck's. I could review the Beck's keg. Then I could review Beck's versus the bottled Beck's we get over here. That's 2 videos I could get out of it. Any other ideas how I could sort of make more videos from each keg? Just to kind of, get me money's worth a bit more out of them. I don't know. Because that's one thing that always put me off buying one. It's like you've got 10 pints of beer, you do your review, and then the rest of it you just sort of drink. And if you don't like the beer and you've spent 30 odd quid on a keg of it, reviewed it, made a pound on the review. Yeah, just I mean, mathematically, doesn't make sense financially. I'd love to be able to review every keg out there, but financially, it's not really viable, you know. But if I happen to buy one for myself, then I can review it, can't I, for special occasions and that, or if there's good deals on. That's how fancy. Mr. Ronald says, lately I fancy getting one, but my missus will go nuts. Ain't really got the room in the kitchen for it. I mean, that's a tempting deal, Ronald, isn't it? 99 quid with a free keg of Stella. I mean, the keg of Stella's like 35 quid or something. So, you know, and if you don't like the machine, you're going to make your money back on selling it, ain't you? No tax, that's why I go cheap. Yeah, but this Corona Zero I was talking about, Jennifer, is a short dated one. The normal one is cheaper. So Corona Zero is cheaper. It's like 20 quid a keg or something, 25 quid. But because it's a short dated one, probably where they got loads in from January or whatever, they're literally giving it away 78p a pint. This is the world. Jennifer says it sounds like handbag logic. I ain't got no room for mine, to be honest with you. I've got a tiny kitchen. So you find room, don't you? I don't know. I could just pop it here. But the kids eat dinner and that at this table. So I mean, even the table that I review my beer at is the dining table. When I finish my reviews, the kids have to eat their dinner here. I just move my beer mat and a few bits out of the way. Din dins. The thing is, when it's plugged in, you don't really want to move it, do you? I don't know. Maybe I could make a special little shelf for it or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm off, pal, says Jamie Watton. Got to be up for work tomorrow. Fair play, mate. Have a good one. See you Friday night live, mate. Thanks, Jamie. Hopefully, mate. I'll see you Friday night live. I should be going live this Friday. I plan to. And well done, mate. With that girl, I think the legal max of 2 years, best before date, even if they last forever. I mean, these, like the Beck's one that I got, the Beck's keg that I got for like 22 quid, I think it was, which was at least a tenner off. But it's not actually out of date. It just has a short date. And even when they're short dated, they would knock like over a tenner off the kegs. And I've noticed, like, since I was interested in buying one about 2 weeks, well, until I really started looking at the prices and that a couple of weeks ago, sometimes you can go on there, have a look, then you go on there the next day and there's different deals on. So you really have to keep an eye out when there's a good deal on, because they do some really good deals to stock up. And you send them your kegs back. When you buy something, you get points, beer tokens, but also when you send them the kegs back, they give you a fiver for each keg you send back. So if you're buying that Corona Zero for like 12 quid or whatever I said it was, you're getting £5 of that back when you send the keg back as well. So that's what makes it work out 78p a pint or whatever they said. I think you have to save up at least 3 of the empty kegs and you send them back to them. I think they come to your house and collect them. I've not really looked into it yet. Or if you live near a certain shops, you can just take it to the shop and they give you the money in beer tokens to spend on your next lot. The colour of the live looks much better now. Looks amazing. To be fair, I've not got all the my lights on either because the power bank's really low on battery. So I've just got the one light up here. As I say, these are supposed to be top notch, the cameras on these Google Pixel Pro things. Yeah, so far I'm really happy with it. It's that kind of like I've been with Apple for like 4 years, going back to Android because I always used to be an Android fanboy. And my Samsung Galaxy S9 Edge or whatever it was, literally, I only just got the thing, got out of the car, it fell like that far, sort of on my lap to the floor and just shattered. And I was like, what the you want a phone that you can, everyone's going to drop your phone every now and again, or most people. It had a case on it and that, and it just shattered. And I got told it was because it had a curved edge, they're more prone to shatter. And I thought, well, I don't want that then. And that's when I went to iPhone. And one thing I'll give iPhone, their phones are pretty damn durable. It was only the camera that broke, and it's me. I keep randomly falling asleep during the day. I could be on my phone, and I just go, and it just straight on the floor. So I've invested in a better case this time round, and I've got you get a screen protector for your screen. I've got ones for the cameras as well. So if I do drop it, hopefully it'll survive. Time will tell. I think I'm only going to do about another 10 minutes or so, because it is Tuesday night. Save it for the weekend. Be a good boy. I just thought I'd come and have a quick chat with you all. And I do think I will perhaps try it on the phone again, but vertically. Oh, hang on, if I got that right. The other way around. Let's see how that goes, because it might make it a bit easier for me to see the comments. I might give it a go on Friday. I don't know. I don't know. I do quite like doing it on the laptop, but it's just, you've got everything there on the laptop. If you want to quickly check a website out that someone's mentioned on the live or whatever, you can just open another tab and, you know. Don't know what that's about. I'm getting bored, I think. So yeah, if you can, guys, I will be live again Friday. If you fancy it, if you're free, I'm gonna have a chat. I wanted to ask you guys as well, what do you want to see more of on the channel? Like, what sort of content do you like? Obviously, I do beer reviews, but I could potentially do some other stuff. I could also, as far as beer reviews goes, you prefer like the lagers. So everyone's going to be different on that, aren't they? So I'll try to do a little bit of everything. Or you're quite happy with how I do it in a minute? I'd like to do some more scumbag videos, and I was so close to doing one tonight, and I'm glad it went wrong, because I went into Tesco's and they've changed the Kronenberg to the new one in my Tesco's, and I've got my little off license next door that has the old can. So scumbag beer battle, Kronenberg versus Kronenberg, but the shop next door to Tesco's was shut, so it didn't happen tonight, which I'm glad of, because obviously I missed up the review, and that would have been an expensive one to mess up because they only sell it in 4-packs. Do you know what I mean? So if it happens for a reason, hopefully I'll get hold of them tomorrow maybe, because it's about time I've done a scumbag beer battle. And like you guys, I'm fed up with them keep messing about with our beers. So potentially going to go balls deep on it if the new version's bad. Although I think who said it was good? Jamie said the new version's really nice. But we're all different. I'll be sure to let you know if I disagree. Just an idea. Do it on the laptop. Have the comments on your phone. Could do that. How would I do that though? If I did it on a normal phone one, I would get the Google Pixel 7a. iPhones are durable, the owners ain't. No. Yeah, I think iPhone is just like, when you look at the specs wise, my new phone's got 12 gig of RAM. The iPhone 13 Pro Max that I had, I think had 6 gig of RAM, maybe 8 max. But it was definitely faster as far as like just the general navigation of the phone, because where all iPhones run on the same platform, They're very like specialised to make every app work for iPhone and stuff like that. Whereas with Android, you've got all these different devices that all go on the same system. So the games and stuff are not specifically designed for one specific phone. They have to keep loads of different phones in mind. If that makes sense. Can people see my comment? I can see it, Ali D. X for scumbag. Oh, that's a good one. When I get the keg, the proper German keg, I'll go into wherever they sell the Beck's crap one. See if I can buy a single, or maybe I can get one of the big bottles in the free for £6 deal or something. Put it up against the perfect draft, proper German Beck's, and just rip the absolute anus out of it. A bit like what they do to us when they take the piss out of us. It's only fair that I return the compliment, isn't it? Just keep doing what you're doing, mate. Maybe some beer and Chris reviews. I love a Chris with me beer. That's not a bad idea, Ronald. That's not a bad idea. A little snack to go with it, or whatever. Beer snacks video with beer would be good. Good ideas. Food reviews, maybe scumbag. Nobody ever reviewed the new Kronenberg yet. Strange. Have they really not? To be honest, I've not actually looked. I don't actually kind of keep with the trend of what the other beer reviewers do as such. Like, I've not reviewed Blanc yet. Everyone went nuts for that. I just do things when I want to do them. I don't really care about being the first. The only one thing, because I don't think you can ever sort of be the first or best at everything. I like home bargains personally. I like to find a bargain, and I like trying I like the whole randomness of it. You could pick up an absolute belter and find a real bargain, or you could get a stout that tastes like a Coke and says it's a Christmas pudding stout, like I did. I just like the whole randomness of it. I like the affordability of it. So I do go there a lot. And if I get a beer from Home Bargains that's new, I'll put it ahead and I'll just review that, because I try and just be quick at doing the Home Bargains ones, because that's the shop I like. And so I like to get the reviews out there when they're new. But anything that's not from Home Bargains, I just do it whenever I feel like it. I've been shadow banned for saying too much truth then. Probably, Ali. Pork scratchings. Oh, I'm trying to lose weight. You just want to see me go up a cup size, didn't you? You want to see some big titties. What about some porno videos ranking the best and the worst? Oh, can you imagine that? What doing a watch along? Carl, can you hear her? I know you can't, I can't show you it for copyright, but you can hear she's loving that. The size of that is like a baby's arm. I think I've been waiting for you to review it, pal. I've been waiting for you to review it, pal. I'm not even going to try it. I think 5% Kronenberg is awful beer full of glucose syrup. Yeah, could be better. Maybe I've got rid of the glucose. I don't know. I've not even looked into it. But it's definitely stuff like that is on my radar. Like, I like them, the scumbag beer battles. What when they the beers. I like to make people aware, which I did with a short. But it would be nice to sort of do a full length comparison and just see whether it's better or not. It's rare, but sometimes it's not all, well, 99% of the time it's for the worst when they reduce the ABV. There have been a few times where there's one that stands out for me is Grolsch, which used to be like 5%. They reduced it to 4%. I reviewed the 4% version. I thought it was going to be terrible, and it actually weren't. It was still okay. It wasn't probably not as good as it was before, but it was very drinkable. Big double D's, yeah. Eat some more pork scratchings, you slag. I want to see your big titties grow. More like a G cup. Instead of me pictures of me cleavage, hairy cleavage. Oh, where's my e-liquid? What's that? Max strength pain relief. That must be for my boy. I felt really sorry for him earlier. My Callum. He's got this. He's got this thing wrong with his legs. It's to do with doing too much sports because he loves his sports, and he gets these like cramps in his leg, and he's literally screaming out in agony. He gets it when he does too much sport. Doctor said, and oh god, just hearing the pain he's in, you can almost makes you don't know what to do. You just feel helpless, and you can look at his leg and you can see the muscles just spasming, and he's screaming out, and it's not like it sounds like it's being a drama queen, but you know it's real. Do you know what I mean? It's really high pitched and like absolute agonising cry. It's like Jesus, man. He had that earlier, and that must be the cream that Mrs. got him. Parramatta's in, you're like, geezer, didn't expect you to have to pop up on the Tuesday. How was the bum hole? That's so nice of you to ask, mate. Um, bum hole's not bad, actually. It's not been too bad, but I've not had the thing done yet. Uh, I've not had the call yet to say it's time. It's bum hole time, thankfully. Um, yeah, I'm dreading it. I'm trying not to think about it too much, but you can't help it. Beer Monster does OnlyFans coming soon. Man, breasticles, OnlyFans. Beer and tits. You know what's really annoying me? And I joke about my weight and all that. I do actually really want to lose weight, and I feel like I'm sort of in that place where I'm ready to exercise more and stuff. But it's this breathing crap I've got going on with me. It's like I'm not physically able to do it until I get it sorted. And it's really annoying. Because I just want to lose a bit of weight just to be a bit more mobile, you know. I haven't had that fisting yet, Adam. Oh God. Oh God, no. Maybe I should get myself fisted to prepare for it. Loosen myself up a bit. Just guy says, babe, yeah, what'd you make me up for? Can you fist me, please? Wonder how she react to that one. Just need a good fisting just to prepare me for the operation. You want a dragon punch in the bumhole? Yeah, like Ryu and Ken used to do. Take a run up, actually. Oh, you can. Oh no, the image. Get some lube first. Don't need lube, I'm fucking well hard. Ah, I need lube. Oh, God. We're going to the anal talk again. What's going on, people? Oh, don't. Although, I've definitely still got issues because I went a shit earlier if you really want to know. And when I wiped my ass, there was some blood. You know. But that happens quite a lot with me. It's quite a normal thing. I think sometimes I get piles or something. Quite a lovely conversation, isn't it? And I think that like makes it bleed. But they're not like that ones that go out your ass. I've never had anything like that, but I think they're like inside or something. But I think that's from being a fat bastard. I think that contributes to getting piles. So that's another reason. Might be nice to lose some weight. Get some lube first. Sooty puppet. Could be a sharp poo poo. Margarine or butter? Oh, God. It's got to be proper butter, innit? Got to protect your asshole properly. Proper butter. No, to be fair, we're not very snobby in this house. But there's one thing we like to buy, and that's proper butter. It's proper butter. We do like proper butter. And my 2-year-old, if you try and give him a sandwich with margarine in, he won't eat it. He's so used to having proper butter, he turns his nose up at it. Snobby little bastard, 2 years old. Yeah. We've created a problem there. But yeah, the proper butter's so much nicer. It's just so hard in the winter just to spread the bloody thing, innit? You have to pop it in the microwave. It's a battle, innit? It's just, I think that's why a lot of people don't buy proper butter. It's just the spreading issue, innit? And all the ones that say they're spreadable are only spreadable because they're not proper butter. They've added oils and shit to them. Like Luprac and all that. That's not proper butter. It's just proper expensive. It's not proper butter. It's got rapeseed oil and shit in it. WD-45. Oh, you guys are arseholes. Drinking home bargains, discount beer with microplastics. Next thing you know, accumulated into a sharp turd weapon. Oh. There's got to be proper butter. Margarine is plastic. Literally, yeah, it's like one ingredient away apparently from being plastic. And there's an experiment. I've not done it, but apparently, if you get some margarine, open it up, put it in your garden overnight, you wake up the next morning, and it'll just be a tub of margarine in your garden that's open. Whereas if you do it with proper butter, the ants and all the insects and all that will just demolish it. Because it's proper butter, it's actually, they recognise it as food. You know, it's decent, but the other stuff, that it doesn't even register in their head. It's so close to being like plastic, for example, that they don't even sort of sniff it out and go, yeah, I'm going to eat that. They just, nah, fuck that. Fucking tight bastard. Where's the proper butter? But even the insects know. It's that crap, it's that full of shit that even the insects won't eat it. But we'll quite happily eat it. How's that work? How's that even allowed? Kerrygold proper butter. I'm not that fussed as far as what brand of butter it is, as long as it's proper butter. I just normally go for the one that's on offer. You know, whatever one's on offer. As long as it's proper butter. Margarine is rank anyway, never understood it, only spreading it on things or cooking with it. Yeah, the ants won't even go, even an ant won't eat it. It's like, fuck that. I've got a joke for you, but it's kind of rude. Want to get you demonetized. Just go for it, Jennifer. Our lives always get demonetized anyway. Maybe 1 in 10 don't. And the thing is, it's like they automatically get demonetized. They wait for you to appeal it. By the time it's like, oh, your appeal's been successful, nobody's watching because it was like days ago. I like Tizer, Jen. Oh, I need to go for it. I haven't had a piece yet. Mr. Ronald, always hold the tub over the toaster. Melts the butter a bit. Yeah. Yeah, or if you're cooking or whatever, you can put it near the pan. It's more of a winter problem, isn't it? During the summer, you can just leave it in your butter tray or whatever, and you're all right. I just cut off what I need, So like, if all the kids in there are having toast, guesstimate how much we're going to need. I put it in the microwave for literally like 10 seconds. And if you do like 15 seconds, it's just fully melted. It just, you need to sort of learn your microwave, obviously, because some microwaves are more powerful than others. But with mine, 10, not even that, I think it's like 5 seconds. And then you just got to watch it like a hawk the whole time. But it's only a few seconds, so it's not a biggie. Why is Dwayne Johnson the only man that can turn a lesbian straight? Has he turned a lesbian straight? Because he's got big muscles. I don't know, Dwayne Johnson. He's the Rock, isn't he? The thing is with lesbians, like, it confuses me because there's so many lesbians that have got kids. I don't know whether they think, oh yeah, I love a bit of fanny, but before I sort of appreciate the fanny, I'm going to pump out a couple of kids and then turn to fanny. And it's like, I get extra help with the housework and that. I don't know. Oh, you fucker. I didn't even clock that. I was taking that all seriously. I didn't realise that that was the joke. Oh, you done me there, Jennifer. I didn't even realise. I thought you was just like, going to tell the joke in a minute. I didn't realise you was actually doing the build up to the joke. I feel like I want to laugh. I'm trying not to because my throat's so sore. I knew something was building. I didn't even clock it. Didn't even clock it. Not on the ball today. I just got to use the toilet. One sec. Oh, bloody arse cracker, mate. Do, do, do. Morning. Oh, that shit my tongue I coughed up now. Man, shit, I keep coughing out. Oh, have I missed some people's... I know something was building. Have you... Have any of you chaps or chapettes watched Baby Reindeer? Is that on Netflix or something? Somebody was on about that the other day. It might have even been you. I've not, no. And has anybody watched Fallout? Because I know I've got Amazon Prime. I've noticed that's on Amazon Prime. Is it worth a watch or not? Because I've not watched any telly in ages. I feel like binging something. I just don't want to waste my time. You know what I mean? If you people say it's good, I'll give it a go. I'm off, Ad, says Ali D. Catch you again. A lot of my comments are not going through, so I call it a night. Ah, sorry to hear that, mate. Let's see you Friday, bro. Yeah, see you Friday, Ali D. Thanks for tuning in anyway, mate. Sorry that YouTube, you pissed YouTube off or whatever's happened. Dragon Brit. The great ABV ripoff continues. What are people's favourite 5% plus lagers? Yeah, it does, mate. Dragon, the ABV ripoff continues, and with each company that gets away with it, other companies go, fuck me, we save money on tax. These bastards are still drinking it. I tell you what, let's all make a deal. If we all make our lagers shit, they can't even boycott us, can they? Because they'll all be crap. It's just pick your crap lager. Who's it going to be next? Is it going to be Heineken? Is it going to be? There's not many 5% ones left, is there? You've got Heineken, Tyskie. What other 5% lagers you got left? San Miguel. Or even some of the 5% lagers you wouldn't want to drink it in their current form. Kronenberg's just been done at the bum. Wholesome Pills. That's probably going to be getting done. Starting Fallout tomorrow, says Parramatta. Jennifer the comedian. We love it. We need a good laugh. Yeah, Baby Reindeer's good. Is it Netflix though? Polish one. Yeah, Polish ones are not a bad shout because, especially if you like a stronger lager, there's quite a few options there. You've got like Zuba, that's 6%. You've got like Perla Export, it's 5.8 or something like that. There's quite a lot. If you go into, if you're any, like, if you're born and bred in this country or whatever, you walk down the high street and you get the ump of seeing all these foreign shops, but you like beer, go in them shops because that's where you're going to find some little hidden gems. You might have to try a few shit ones with ones that you like, but that's where you're going to find imported stuff from like Poland and Lithuania and Romania and all sorts of Latvia, all sorts of European countries. And you do find some little hidden gems. So that's what I would recommend. And if there's a specific ABV you're looking for, just check all the cans out and look for yourself. You know, I'll get told all the time in foreign shops like, why you look at every beer, the can on every beer. Zubar, yeah, Netflix, mate. I did have Netflix for ages because I used to share my ex's account, but they put a stop to all that, didn't they? She knew about it. She didn't mind. But yeah, now you can't do that crap anymore. Hofmeister is great. Like you said, San Miguel is quality. And San Miguel is quality. Anyone remember? Lammet Pills, 6%. Lammet Pills. Rings a bell, but I don't remember it. No, any doggy. Anyone want a bit of doggy? Any dodgy off license run by a bloke called Powell. No, there's only Raj. Don't remember it, but the name rings a bell. What other 5% lagers do I recommend? There's really not a lot to choose for as far as like your supermarkets. So it's looking like the sort of off licenses and the random foreign looking shops are the way forward, guys. You know, I mean, what when you think about it, when you go in the shop to buy like supermarket to buy a case of lager, what are your options now? Where you can buy like a say like an 18 pack of lager. You got Stella, butchered the arsehole out of it. Kronenberg, butchered the arsehole out of it. Um, Madry, fake Spanish beer. Cruz Campo, fake Spanish beer that's not the same as the actual Spanish one. Carlin, no words needed. Carlsberg, no words needed. It's not looking good, is it, guys? Then you got Lost Lager, which isn't a great lager, but compared to some of the other shit, it's probably one of the better options, which is really saying how bad things have become. And then you got like San Miguel's, what's the other one? Just readily available lagers from the supermarket. There's not a lot. Budweiser, again, not the same as the American version. Bud Light. do me a favour. There's not a lot. Foster's, that's been lowered in ABV, just 3.7 now. It's awful, isn't it? It's really, I mean, there's no good option, is there, in your supermarket? There is no good option. So you've got a barbecue and you've got loads of people around. There's no good beer that you can buy, really, in a sort of big packet. You know, your big box of beers. What would you go for? I don't know what I'd go for now. You know, Stella got lowered in ABV and it killed it. But now a lot of the other ones have done the same thing. Almost Stella to some degree has become more tolerable than what it was when they first lowered it. And that's not for any good reason. It's just because everybody else has done the same fucking thing. Um, what's your favourite film vampire? Under 5%, but the Felder Schloffen in Asda is good for the money. Yeah, it is good for the money. They've also got another one next to it called Champignons or something like that, which is like 5.5%. It's also good for the money. Stella Unfiltered, that's a good shout, Mr. Ronald. But it would be a more expensive option. And I think I've only ever seen them in packs of 10 for about 12-ish quid, and you don't really see them on offer because it's not pure shit that they can afford to just throw away for really cheap. Candamels, oh, do me a favour. Candamels is, for me, it's like, do me a favour, get the fuck out of here, because I can't stand it. But there are people that like it, but I certainly wouldn't say it's a good barbecue beer because you're going to get people that are like, oh, this is quite nice, this pear chicken craft beer. I'd pick Brewdog Lost over Candamels any day of the week. I can't stand it. Mahou, yeah, Mahou, but you don't go in the supermarket and get a crate of it, do you? Like a big 18 box or whatever. I'm talking about beers you can buy a bulk buy for cheap in your Asda's, Tesco's, that sort of thing. There's really not a lot of good option, is there? Guinness is going to get more popular. That's a prediction for me. If they keep lowering all these lagers, Guinness is going to get more popular. Yeah, Mahou's a good choice, but if you're just drinking it on your own, it's not bad. But as I say, if you're having a barbecue or something, I've not seen. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can buy it in big cases. I've not seen it. Caramel is inoffensive to you. Oh, it's really offensive to me. I don't know why. Oh, fair enough. If there's the option to buy, yeah, that's probably one of the better options. I think Camden Hills is a Marmite beer. It's like some people love it, some people hate it. I gave it a 2 out of 10. Oh, that's how much I hate it. Um, I've tried it out of a bottle. I've tried it out of a can. I've tried it on tap, and equally each time I just really struggled with it. Um, but like when I had it on tap, for example, I was at a funeral, but there was a lot of people there, and there was only two lager options. I think it was Foster's or the Camden Mills. So everyone thought I'll go for the Camden Mills. And there were some people, but I noticed that really liked it and they stuck with it. But there was probably more people that went, I picked that because the only other option was Foster's, but give me a Foster's. And I was one of the ones who was like, I'd rather have a Foster's, if I'm honest. Um, I used to like Miller Genuine Draft, but difficult to get those these days. Oh god, I didn't like that one, Dragon Brit. You can get 12 bottles of Amstel, but it's yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same version, is it? Oh, I don't actually have a perfect draft, but I've ordered one, and it should be here tomorrow. And obviously, it's going to take me a while to try through different kegs out. I'm looking forward to trying the Stella because it's not the 4.6 Stella, it's 5% Stella, so it should be better, you'd think. But I will put it up against the 4.6 one. I've also got a Bex, which is not the new 4% Bex. They've throw out at you now that's absolute crap. Really bad Beck's now. No flavour to it at all. This is the proper German Beck's. You know, the one with a bit of balls and a bit of bite about it. Eastern European shops for me. Supermarkets are the last resort. Foster's is alright in my opinion. Reputation is terrible, obviously, but see, this for me, I don't think Foster's is a good beer, but I would pick it over ones around the same ABV. It's 3.7% now. I mean, fucking hell, it's like piss, isn't it? But I'd rather pick it over Carlsberg and Carling, and that's the category it's competing with. So I think it's probably one of the best ones in its category. Can't compare it to a 5% lager, but you know, and of course it's an Australian beer brewed in the UK. When it was 4% on draft, it was a very inoffensive, easy drinking, sessionable lager. I have tried it since it's been 3.7 in the pub on draft, and I did notice a different. For me, it just, I don't know if it's, well, I've tried loads more beers now. I don't really go to the pub, and it was just a what is this crap where I've not had it for so long. But it wasn't doing a lot, but it was easy to drink, you know what I mean? Be careful on the perfect draft. The UK website has started selling the UK brewed shite, but you can order the proper Stella, etc. off European websites. Well, Dragon Brit, the perfect draft Stella is UK brewed, but it's 5%. It's not the stuff you get in the supermarket because the stuff in the supermarket is 4.6%. So I'm thinking it's kind of like something like when they first, because Stella originally is 5.2 in Belgium, and then they made it like 5%, didn't they, for years? And then it went to 4.8, then 4.6. Maybe they've sort of gone back to when they first made it 5%, when started brewing it in the UK, when it wasn't too bad, but you definitely noticed the difference between that and the real Belgian one, I'm thinking. I don't know, I'll have to try it. I will put it up against the UK brewed version, maybe a bottle and a can, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Until I tried it, I can't really. It's so lovely if you get the real Dutch version. Yeah, if you get the real Dutch version, it's like Heineken. I'm drinking Heineken. People are like, "We're fucking drinking Heineken for, you slut." Because the small cans, I've said this loads of times, but if it helps one new person, I'll say it again. Small cans, if you read the back, you probably can't read it. It's fucking backwards and upwards. It's brewed in the Netherlands. You'll have to believe me. Look at a small can if you don't believe me in a shop. Brewed in the Netherlands. You buy the bigger cans that you get in the multi packs, or you buy the big bottles and the 3 for 6 sort of deals. They're brewed in the Netherlands or the UK. They're brewed in the UK. The only Netherlands brewed one is the small cans. And there's a difference. I've done a beer battle, Heineken versus Heineken. For me, there's a difference, but not everybody agrees. But this one is definitely brewed in the Netherlands. The other one says brewed in the Netherlands or the UK. And I think the only reason they're allowed to say brewed in the Netherlands or the UK is because they do sell a version of Heineken in the UK, which is brewed in the Netherlands, which is this one. That's why the bottle and the bigger cans can say or the UK, because technically sometimes it is brewed in the Netherlands, these little ones. But these don't say Netherlands or the UK, they say Netherlands only. You've got to look out for these sneaky little tricks these scumbag companies do. That's another good point. Hello, Vanessa Kitty. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, you can't get a 24 pack now. You get 18s or 12s, but it's like they're the price of what a 24 pack was. Shrinkflation, isn't it? They call it. I like Asahi, to be honest. It tastes of so little without that rubbish light beer metallic taste. I think it's 5% still. I've not tried Asahi for a while. You strangely like 4% tenants and B&M. Dragon Brit, I mean, nothing strange about it. We all like what we like. I've never tried tenants out of a can, whatever, but Simo Sups, another YouTuber, does beer. He's got a perfect draft, and he brought a keg of tenants just to give it a review, thinking it was going to be shit, and he said it was actually a massive surprise and it was decent. And then that's a beer reviewer saying it, so for a 4% lager, he said it was decent on the perfect draft. Maybe it's decent out of a can. I'll have to try and pick one up. Narco 94's in the house. Evening, Adam lad. How you doing, mate? You might notice, mate, I'm doing it on the phone. The old crop feature. I don't know if you're watching it on a phone, you probably won't notice much difference. But if you're watching it on a TV or a laptop or something, you'll be like, "What have you done?" It's just a little experiment. Which so far was a bit pointless because YouTube recommended me to stream like this because apparently it will get my channel new viewers because it'll be on the YouTube Shorts scroll up and down thing. That's what YouTube suggested to me. Has anybody here watching randomly come across my channel through YouTube Shorts scrolling? Let me know in the comments because I'm just seeing all the regulars. Well, one or two, I'm not sure. Back in the day, you could get a 24 slab 500ml cans. Yeah, that's it, the 500ml cans, which are perfect because they just allowed enough room to have a little head on the beer, didn't it? It's not quite a pint, but you got a bit of leverage with the pour and that. It was perfect, 500ml. There's a reason why that's the standard, the bottles and that in Germany, 500ml. Because it just gives you enough room to have a nice, decent size, not overkill, but decent size head. Are you watching on phone? Is that the new phone? Yeah, it's a new phone. I boycotted Apple and went for Google Pixel Pro 8 or something. And so far I'm liking it. The camera's a pucker. It's a little bit slower than your iPhone and games and that, but that don't really interest me anyway. Heineken is okay, but they use hop extract instead of actual hops. Yeah. Craft beer, Guy blind tasted macro lagers and Heineken did well. Yeah, that don't surprise me. Yeah, it did well. But one thing I will say with the blindfold stuff, once you've tried a few, it kind of messes about with your taste buds. There's I'd call it not accurate information, especially if you've got like 40 beers lined up and you're supposed to try them all and say what one's the best. Don't matter how much of an expert you are, you're going to struggle. Because if you get one that's bitter, that sort of stays on your taste buds, and the next one could be the same, like a bud, but it tastes quite nice because the one you had before has coated your mouth with bitterness and things like that. Even with the beer battles, I do beer battles, sometimes it could be like 3 or 4 beers involved. And sometimes you have one, the first beer you try is quite bitter and you think this is going to mess things up. And you just go with it. It's entertaining, but I don't think it's very accurate, personally. Good video, by the way, mate, of your holiday. You have a great family. Thanks, mate. That's really kind of you to say. Really enjoyed that holiday. We're going back in the summer, Dragon Brit. We're going back there in the summer, so we've rented it off a family friend called Helen. What's that family friend? She's just a lady I met on the school run. A really nice lady. And she's got 2 disabled daughters who have had kids. And she's their mum, and she does all the school runs and all that. And I was chatting to her for a few years. Her kids have left that school now, so she's gone, but we've stayed friends. She's even brought me something from my channel, bless her. It's like a list where you have 100 beers to try before you die, and you scratch them off as you try them. What a lovely thought. And she's letting us stay there again in the summer holidays, which is so expensive. If you've got kids yourself, you'll know how expensive it is to fucking go on holiday in the summer holidays. She's giving it to us like dirt cheap, She offered it for free, but I refused because at the end of the day she has ground rent to pay. We're going to use gas, electric, potentially damage something. I'd rather give her some money. I don't want her to be out of pocket, and I want to give her enough money to cover the ground rent, the gas, electric, and a little bit extra. Do you know what I mean? Just to make it worth her while, because we really enjoyed our stay there. And there's now we're going back the second time, having been there once before, and the weather's going to be better. The beach looks banging. So we'll take advantage of that. Go to Dungeness again. Now we know what's there. We'll kind of know how to prepare better for the trip and just a few little things like that, really. Um, I know you're a regular Parramatta. I've just got the YouTube algorithm showing me. Oh, right, yeah. Mr. Ronald Dragonbrit. I don't know Wales had a minimum pricing unit. Does that mean? I think they do, but it's not as bad as the one in Scotland, is it? Because I know when pardon me, I know when Simon buys some beers from Home Bargains sometimes. I've watched his review and he's paid more than what I paid for it, and he's in Wales. It's normally only a 5 or 6p or something like that. Like particularly like the beers that they're literally like giving away. You might get them for like 69p where I am. Where he did a review and he said it's cost me 76 pence, and it'll be like the same with a couple of days from when I've done it. And it always seems to be just a little bit dearer in Wales for the dirt cheap ones, you know. Um, what's your top three favourite lagers? Heineken is 70. The 70s was great. Let the guy know what's your top three favourite lagers. It's hard for me to really think about it while I'm reading the comments. 2 secs. Plenty of buy and finish. Yeah, all the beers changed, didn't they, in time? It's annoying because of Christmas you could get 3 for 2 offers. It's the fact that there are still good people in this world. I bet you're packing the perfect draft. I'm fucking looking forward to that coming. Like, Kid of Christmas. Like, bring me my beer machine. The most annoying thing about it when it comes, I've got to cool the keg down. Apparently, it takes like 12 hours in the machine. Or you can put it in your fridge overnight. Thinking about taking a couple of drawers out of the freezer and sticking it in there for a couple of hours. Yeah. I don't know. But I'm very excited because I've never tried a pint off the perfect draft. And I always thought the first time I tried it was going to be at Paul's house, rate my beer, which I'm going to be going around soon because he only is around the corner. So we're going to meet up. Top three favourite lagers. It depends whether you mean available in the UK or just anywhere. Pilsner Quell would be in the top three. It's a Pilsner, but a Pilsner is lager. Pilsner Quell, I just love that beer. It's only 4.4%, but it's got so much flavour, cracking bitterness. It's spicy, it's sessionable. I love the stuff. I really do. Um, so that one, I'm not saying it's number one, but that one would go in there. But then if you start talking about favourite lagers ever, on the shelf behind me there, as you can see, I've got all the Oktoberfest beers from last year. Do they, if you include in them, would Pilsner Quell even get in there? I don't know. Or are you just talking about lagers you can buy all year round? It's a difficult question. There's so many good German lagers. But I feel like if there was a place for a lager that isn't German, for me it would be Pilsner Quell personally. Others would say Budvar. If you used to pick a lager that's not German, but just for me personally, my taste, Pilsner Quell. But found Simon so annoying now. I'll prefer you and Simone now. Cheers, uh, Michael, mate. What the Virgin Media? What? What? What the Virgin Media beforehand? That's not a mini price in England, but legal to sell it for less than tax plus cost. Top three favourite non-lagers. Oh, non-lagers. Oh, bleeding hell. Sorry, it's really small because I'm in like that. My phone's that way round. I'm quite far away from it. My eyes ain't the best. I'm not wearing my glasses because I've got no wipes to bloody clean the things. Top three non-lagers. That's such a broad, like, that's such a broad thing to say. Is it? There's so many different styles of beers. Depends what your mood is. Depends what you fancy. There's just so many. It's really hard to say. Gotta head down there, mate. Take it easy, mate, and chat. Thanks for joining, Ronald. Take care of yourself, mate. See you again, bud. Here's mine. Tia Maria. Just non-beer in general. That would make it easier if you're talking spirits. But if you're just talking any beer but not a lager, like it could be a stout or a IPA or, there's pale ale, bitter. Yeah, see you Friday, Ronald. Take it easy, bud. Thanks for tuning in, mate. I was supposed to go about a fucking hour ago, you bastards. Favourite non-lager. What are the rules? If you're talking spirits, I really like Kraken rum, spiced rum. I like whiskies. Single malt whiskies are very nice. Yeah, it's true, it's not a lager. Californian IPA. Great. West Coast IPA is... Again, it's hard to name a specific one. There's so many good ones, isn't there? The one I had reviewed today actually was very nice. The Stone IPA. And also this one, which didn't make it to review because I recorded it in slow motion, was very nice. That's a collaboration between Thornbridge and Stone Brewery. There's a lot of good West Coast IPAs. It's one of my favourite styles. Old Peculiar, that's a great beer. Depends on the mood though, A lot of beer for me is like, I've got to be in the mood for an Old Peculiar. Certain beers you could give me any time of the year, I'll drink them like a good lager. But something like an Old Peculiar, I've got to fancy it. And when I fancy it, there's nothing better when I fancy it. Do you know what I mean? Same as like West Coast IPAs. I need to fancy it. I need to be in the mood for it. If I'm in the mood for it, nothing hits the spot like it. Black Sheep. Yeah, there's some great beers. Brains Gold. Went to Asda the other day, and the Thornbridge thing wasn't in. Was much sad and cried. Cried. Engineering gaming. Welcome to the stream, mate. The engineer is engineer. What's up, mate? You having a beer, engineer gaming? Ringworld was amazing, but it's a one and done for me. Yeah, there's a lot of beers like that, and like when someone asks you what your favourite is, can you put a beer that you can only have one of a day, sort of thing, because it would get too much. So can you call that a favourite? But you could, because it's like some people see it as a negative when I review a beer and I say that's nice, but it's too sweet for me. It's a one and done beer. That doesn't mean I'm criticising the beer. It just means that it's not a beer that I would personally session. It's a beer where I think like, yeah, I really fancy something, that tastes like coffee. So you might pick a coffee stout that's really strong, but you only want one, or you might pick it might be a super hoppy IPA that just, but you fancy it, you'll have one, but you won't session it, kind of thing. Is that Bob the Builder on your profile? Engineer Gaming, if you're still here, did you randomly come across the channel through YouTube Shorts? Because I don't recognise you, and I'm just wondering whether streaming like this does potentially get new people. Aldi Coffee Stout is a one and done for me. Yeah, that's a prime example for me, Eric. Actually, I'll have the one and I really enjoy it. And it doesn't mean I'm saying it's a bad beer, but Christ almighty, after that one, I'm done. Well and truly, coffee that. In fact, probably before I've even finished the beer, maybe when it's like 80% finished, I'm kind of done. But I can force the last bit down. But I'd have to move on to something else, you know. Um, Very nice, but could sleep for days. Yeah. So that's what makes beer so fascinating, I suppose. You get beers that you love, but you can only have one of. You get beers that you could drink all day until you freaking collapse. It all depends what you like, doesn't it? YouTube Shorts for short people on YouTube. Honestly, I drink Stella if it was the only drink for the rest of my life, if I had to choose. Yeah, AJ, if you're a Stella fan, have you noticed the decrease in quality since they lowered the ABV? Yeah, but he said to me, he recommended me to, when I said I'm going to live my phone, to do it like this because it appear on YouTube Shorts as well and new people could find your channel. Were they bullshitting? Nobody's actually said, hi, man talking about beer. I've just stumbled across your channel from YouTube recommending it to me on YouTube Shorts. I think they're bullshitting. How tall are you? I am exactly 6 foot on the dot, mate. Found your channel through your 1664 ABV ranch short. Lol, it struck a chord. Yeah, I mean, it's annoying, isn't it, when they change a beer you love. For me, AJ said that I used to be a massive fan of Stella when it was a Belgian brewed proper Stella, and they keep changing it, and every time it gets worse. Even Bob the Builder seen that beer UK can't fix it. Lol. Still your go-to. AJ, go to one of your little like corner shops or something. Um, See if you can find a Belgian Stella. You'll notice it'd be stronger. It'd be like 5.2 or 5. And try that and then try your beloved Stella and you'll see what I mean, mate. It's a completely different beer. You might even prefer the UK view brewed version, but Star Priman is an all day beer. Yeah, I love Star Priman. I really do like Star Priman. I really rate that. So you're 6 foot and you can be on YouTube Shorts. Adam, you said Jamie loves the new recipe Kronenberg, yeah? Yeah, but he's nuts. Yeah. It's coming. It's gonna be coming up, Narco. I think the scumbag beer battle, Kronenberg versus Kronenberg, meaning the 5% one versus the 4.6. I've been waiting for my Tesco to get the new version in because my shop next door, like just a little offie, does the old version still. And the new Tesco got the new version in today. I went to the other shop to get the old version, but they were closed. So I need to go in there tomorrow. Luckily, I didn't pick the one up from Tesco's. I checked to see if the other one was open first. So I'm going to try tomorrow, just in case the bloody corner shop's got the new one in as well. But I do want to put them together. And I'll let you know my honest thoughts. If it's better, I'll say it's better. Because, I mean, Kronenberg's never been for everyone when it was 5%. It is full of glucose syrup. But for me, it was still one of the possibly better options than a lot of the other crap. But a bit too syrupy for me personally. Like some beers get away with it, like Holsten Pils has got glucose syrup in it, but it's not got a lot. Whereas I always found Kronenberg a little too syrupy for my tastes. Will the new version even have syrup in? or perhaps it will, but I can't really taste it. I might prefer it. Can't knock it till I've tried it, but believe me, if I think it's even a tiny bit worse, I'm going to go bollocks deep on it, just for the whole fact of changing the ABV, changing the look of the can. No mention on the can, new recipe, new lower ABV recipe, or just some sort of sign to Kronenberg drinkers that their beer's been messed about with, because majority of people are probably not even going to notice. They're just going to think their tastes are a bit off or whatever. I don't know. My local ethnic shop sells 5% Stella top bloke in there. It's weird though, it tastes like Beck's. Not how Stella used to be. Yeah, the 5% ones, it's like probably not the Belgian brewed one, but brewed somewhere else in Europe. It's like it could be like the Dutch version of Stella that's brewed in Netherlands and 5%. Or, you'll get different variations of the same beer around Europe, and it's bollocks, if you ask me. It should be the same wherever in Europe you drink it. It shouldn't be allowed. It should not be allowed. Let's start a fucking petition. Let's get Richie Sunak, the arsehole, talking about it in government. The old Kronenberg French version with the red label in the stubby bottles was fun. It was 2.5%. My breast milk is just suck on my tit, Jennifer. I've got that on tap. You just can't beat the proper. Yeah, that's it. Even the 5% one that we had, that's now 4.6, was still never the original Kronenberg, which in France is 5.5%. It's so confusing, isn't it? I mean, I'm somebody who drinks beer fucking every day, reviews beer, tastes different beers from all around the world, and I get confused. So what's Jim, who comes home from work and slams 8 pints down his neck and talks about tits with his mates? He's not even going to notice the difference, is he? And that's why they get away with it. So industry intel for UK brewing says Foster's and Kronenberg are the same recipe, just dialed back for different strengths. Fuck's sake. Have you ever tried Sainsbury's Crown Lager? No. I've seen it. I thought about picking it up. I prefer a stronger lager, but I will do it. It was something you're interested in. I find the local shops that taste flat most of the time, honestly. But again, it's so you don't know what one you're getting. If it's 5.2, then it's a Belgian brewed Stella. Batteries just run out on me like. Um, I have a low ABV stubby for handing out barbecues. Yeah, I think next time I have a barbecue, I'm just going to get a load of Rheinbacher. 400-500ml cans, 350. Yeah, I quite like that as well, Dragon Brew. I tried it. It's a Chapignoles or something like that. It sounds more like a champagne, but Stella was never good. Cans, it had a metallic taste for me. Yeah, a lot of people never like Stella. Fucking wife beater. You're drinking wife beater for? Maybe I liked it so much because I can remember being an 18-year-old and everybody's like, yeah, drink wife beater. That's a cool thing to drink. I don't know, but I got kind of accustomed to that. For me, it had a kind of almost like slightly evil aftertaste. I can remember being sick on a few times. Mythos is nice. They have it in B&M. Yeah, it's in Home Bargains too, mate. I like Mythos because the last holiday I had abroad, I was 15 and I was drinking Mythos. It just reminds me of going away. Good memories of it out of a frozen glass in Greece. Oh, I have to give that a go, Narco, mate. And was it 4%? Yeah, true. And at barbecues, I mean, if you're giving people 500ml cans, you're probably going to end up with a lot of half empty cans and that, and you I had the Crown Lager from Sainsbury's. There's 4%. That's 3.4% there. Breast milk, isn't it? Wife beater Stella was nice though. 5.4% and SARS hops, yeah. I like the wife beater Stella. Bottle Stella is better. We get it on perfect draft kegs now as well. I've got a perfect draft keg of Stella coming, hopefully tomorrow. Might even, hopefully if it comes tomorrow, I can get it chilled and that, figure out the machine, and have a go with it on the live. I might. I think I'm going to drink the Rex first though. It's true, Jennifer. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot off because it's a school night. Unfortunately, there's no beer review tomorrow, which is why I went live for a bit, and I fancied having a chat as well. I'm just experimenting with this new way of doing it. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't know you've got a perfect draft ad. Yeah, I've just brought one, Nico. 120 quid for a perfect draft with 2 kegs. How about that for a deal? Bush. It's a pre-owned one though, and the deal was actually removed off the site now, I believe. I ordered it a few days ago. Mathematically, 5% can is double the strength of a 4% can. The same volume as what a strong lungs coming around. It's lethal. Night, Jennifer. Good night, people. All the best, mate. Good night. Don't rush it, mate. Get it cold. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get it cold, AJ. You know that, mate. Night, chat. So yeah, thanks for all the support, guys. To bring the channel, constantly tuning into lives, commenting on the videos, liking the videos. I just appreciate every single one of you, and I just want to thank you all personally for all the support and that. Hopefully, I'll see you Friday. Again, there's going to be no video tomorrow, but maybe there'll be one up on Thursday if I actually fucking record it in normal time and not slow motion. Take care, people. Bye bye, darlings. Oh, I can't even fit my hand on it. Bye bye, darlings. It's this like vertical thing, isn't it? It's got to be the other way around next time, people. Cheers, peeps. Right, how do I end it on the phone? If I just all of a sudden disappears because I found how. It looks like it's up there. Yeah. Bye, peeps. That's the